Right. You know what I should have done? So I apologise again. I should have actually done some research on Story of Thor.
I've done it. I've done it for you. It was released in 1982
No.
to critical acclaim.
What?
Some say better than Legends of Zelda.
What year? No. What?
That doesn't look like a 1982 game.
You mean 1992?
I said I did my research. I didn't say it was any good.
Is this the remaster?
Randomly, there's the Legend of Oasis, which was a prequel to this, was released on the Sega Saturn in 1996.
No
And
way.
that's what I've got behind me, I think.
I know, I've played that. Beyond Oasis, which is known in Japan and Europe, it's actually over here. I knew it as the Story of Thor, a successor of the Light. We're trying to find out what year it came out.
1982.
It's not, mate. 1994
I've done my research.
in Japan, 1995 in Europe. Developers by Ancient, obviously published by Sega. It's definitely got this Japanese feel to it. So I will share.
One second, Andy. Did you say that you played the Oasis game on the Sega Saturn?
No.
You haven't? Oh, okay.
No.
No,
I didn't even know there was.
I keep trying to work out who it was that owned one.
No, I didn't own a Sega Saturn.
They're reasonably cheap nowadays.
Most doorstops are.
IGN gave this 8 out of 10, calling it very stylish and expressing surprise that despite the lack of polish in certain areas, its unique mechanics deserve to be mentioned alongside such classics as Secret of Mana.
Ooh, high praise indeed.
Maybe you could set us a challenge. What's that?
So is this, I assume this is Thor of, well, not Marvel fame, but, from that kind of...
Nordic
yes.
heritage.
Yes.
Well, I can't figure out what heritage was meant to be going on, because if you see his trousers in a minute, I'd say it's Persian.
It's a bit of a weird tagline, the successor of Light. So that basically means that he's what came after Light.
Was that the fourth day? I think it was fish in the sea and land, creatures on the land, wasn't it, on the fourth day?
I was thinking more in terms of science, so like maybe he's infrared or ultraviolet or something like that.
Oh, right. I just went biblical instantly.
But what do you think, John? I mean, this is a Megadrive.
It does visually very, very impressive. I've got to be honest, for a Megadrive game, quite impressive. Do you know what? It does look surprisingly good. Well, I kind of understood the sort of like armored guys and maybe the big troll looking dude, but why are you being attacked by rats with bones?
I don't know. A lot of this is chests. So I think the reason I liked this game back then was it reminded me of Alex Kidd in Wonderland, maybe.
Yeah.
Some of what is cool is you can do different attacks by holding the button. So I can do a flip. You can hold attack. You can do a skidding stab. So I thought I do like the flip. You can do like a sort of attack that's all around you if you can get it to work. But I'll be damned if that one ever worked.
It's quite weird. It's like visually, it reminds me of a 2.5 degree Prince of Persia, but the combat system seems very Streets of Rage.
Even one of the sound effects, I swear, is the same one off Streets of Rage. Now, this game actually started using the 6 buttons on the Megadrive, and I happen to have. Back then, I had a 6-button Megadrive controller, and I do now. So there actually is a map you need to navigate around. Okay.
Yeah.
Which I forgot to show you, but I knew where I was going. You pick up weapons which do get damaged. You have to pick up others, and then you do have to eat food to replenish your own health. The powers in your amulet. So I don't mind a game where you have to run around and explore, but as games we've talked about before, like you just get lost and you don't know what you're doing.
So do the weapons break then if you use them too often?
Yes. Apart from the one in your hand now, which is the dagger, which he's really good with. So it's worth learning some of the moves. I just can't remember all of them.
Is this open world?
Pretty much.
Right.
So there are some books in the back room. If you're going to play this, yes, go and read the books. It just tells you what the basic controls are. I think if I remember correctly, if I come here, you can just nip down the castle, so you don't have to walk all the way through
Nice.
This is surprisingly good. I mean, obviously the mechanic of weapons breakings have been used recently in Breath of the Wild, but the one thing that really irks me about Breath of the Wild is you never end up with a weapon that doesn't break, even when you get the not the mana sword, the
High sword.
yeah, the main sword. So it's even managed to do something that Breath of the Wild could manage to work out.
I've got to be honest, if you showed me this game and didn't tell me it was Mega Drive, I would assume this was a modern indie title using retro graphics, just looking at how it's playing.
Or at the very least on the Super Nintendo.
again.
This is very impressive, though. It is really impressive.
So bear in mind, I am going to try and welt through this to sort of the first boss.
So what's the main storyline behind this?
You found that armlet, and then they've gone, oh, there's a legend about this thing. Go, here's a key, son, and go into the tomb and see what you find. Didn't that seem a bit weird? I've gone in there to get a key, to get another key to go through that door.
Yeah.
What was the point in that room? Oh, there is a chest there. And then it's a random bit of ham. I hope it's ham.
Thanks, Dad. You sent me down to the catacombs where there's loads of killer people and a massive boss.
Yeah.
Cheers
At
for
least
that.
he's got some ham.
Yes.
Make a nice sandwich.
I mean, even if that's dried ham, how long has that been down there? And
Get the fish. What timeline is this in terms of Zelda? Is this
So
the
95, it would have been about 2 years after Link to the Past, I believe. So Zelda 3.
I've botched this up.
Is this the boss character, or is it just random? Looks
No,
like-
I just happen to have remembered where the key is.
It looks like you're being attacked by Connect 4.
Right. Oh, this is the bit I didn't remember.
and not the waves again? Bringing back
Yeah.
Ghost of
Oh,
Goblins.
I actually... See, and you get knocked back, yeah. You can actually duck as well in this game, and you can stab while in a crouch position.
Oh, I love a duck maneuver.
Right,
Is that the boss?
might be. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna change to a sword, just knowing what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Because this is mental. Get away. Oh, yeah, he fired a bubble at me.
That's an impressive looking boss.
It's an annoying boss, because I don't normally defeat him first time. And it's that bubble that comes out of his mouth. And if you time it right, you can hit him and the bubbles. But I really want to stay out that corner. And my health, because normally when the health is low, it does make a noise.
Yeah.
I've
Eat
got
an
to
apple.
be careful. Well, this is the annoying thing. Some of what you eat doesn't affect your health.
What?
Yeah.
That's standard though. That's
Well, there's another element coming up into the game. And look, I'm pretty close. You've got to be so close to him that if you go any closer, you actually take damage. So you almost have to get over to the corner to get him into a position. And you almost want to attack from the side. So I'm going to eat a wheel of cheese. I'm going to eat a fish. That'll do. Oh, I'm just getting battered by the bubbles now. Because, bubbles is that well-known enemy of...
I like how you
probably acid bubbles.
I love how you're
Ooh.
going to have a 4-course dinner basically to get enough health back to fight a boss.
The thing is, this game's 20 years old, but that's still what you do in like modern Skyrim and that, isn't it? You get to a boss battle, you've got no potions, eat 400 cheese.
Except in this game, you may eat an apple and it does nothing but improve your cholesterol.
What did you unlock? What have I missed?
A water fairy.
Is that good? If you're thirsty, surely that's good.
Well,
You
it's
can go-
better than a water infection.
It
True.
certainly is. What does the
Um,
water fairy do?
She can fire a bubble. She can heal me. And she does a magic storm. I will release that on the second boss, and you shall judge for yourself whether it's any good.
Release the storm.
I'm actually quite impressed with how she misses everybody. If you do play this, go back to your teacher, chat to him. He just says, "Have you been to the castle yet?" And then he fills up your health bar.
Nice.
So there you go. And then another wheel of cheese that you've
Gotta
just
love
nicked.
them.
You just nicked off an old man.
He does
You
keep
got
a
like
lot
that
of
world of cheese.
He does keep a lot of cheese in his house, doesn't he?
But now the A button, because I can obviously summon that fairy, but the A button does this.
Oh, cool.
But guess what that does to enemies?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well then, Gareth.
So I'm getting a feel for the games that you play.
Doesn't even stun them. Well done. You found it. Right. Soldiers will do stuff. Go to the East Waterfall. The one thing is when you press the start menu, there is this. So there's another way to get to here. Oh, there is a ranking system. I do beg your pardon. So imagine maybe HP and SP goes up. How many kills I've got. There's the map function. And there is a save function, which I think was relatively good for Megadrive back then.
Is that save at any point?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very impressive for a game back then. Then there's a waterfall.
There's a waterfall. Shall we, shall I bring her? Summon
Yeah.
her. There you go. And then, yeah, my bubbles can open this Watergate Master. I had to do that, by the way. She didn't do that automatically.
Right.
Right, I'm going to run past the bats and everything that can possibly kill me, because I would just be here all day. And then suddenly, zombies.
Oh,
Love a zombie.
I suppose we are in a tomb.
Yeah.
You missed the chest.
Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Oh.
Now, there's one thing. That might be a secret wall. I've only just noticed that.
What might be a secret wall?
It just looks like a door, doesn't it? Can I just shoot a
Oh,
bubble?
there.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, there we go.
Might
Can you get in?
I have to crawl.
Ah,
I didn't find this the first time round. Though, the fact this is all that's in there makes me think there might be another secret in here. But guess what? Crossbows, I don't use them. And then they all spawn back again. But if I nip down here,
Oh, watch out for him.
nip down here.
Oh, wow.
I was trying to be cocky then, waiting for the fire to take those two out. So maybe I should be doing the XP system because... Oh, he just gave me a slap. Because maybe that's why I'm going to find this boss so hard. But, yeah, until today, I hadn't played this game since probably 1995. Pick up the key. And there is now it introduces puzzle elements at a very basic level.
yeah.
So dodge the fire, try not to take it out. On there. If you didn't already bring her, because you need to eat fruit to... she runs out.
Right.
So you need to recharge her. Right, speaking of aggressive, this is the next boss, or should be.
Ooh.
Wow. Put you straight in your ass.
Jump
Wrong
the
way.
wrong way. Right.
Jump to the left. No, jump to the right.
I don't know what the apple does. Oh yeah, it fills her up, not me. There we go.
Are you trying to do the time warp?
Yes. Oh,
No.
have it.
Yes.
Yeah, got him.
Right. Oh, that hand suddenly appeared and disappeared. Right, so then you shoot the wall with your thing. And then...
You get another fairy.
Ifrit. Fire. And check this guy.
Looks a little bit more useful.
Yeah, he's a monster, isn't he?
Until you get this bit. Now the game gets a bit more fun.
Yeah.
There's flame breath, fireball attack, and the melt bomber, which I haven't actually done since 1995. Right, he just looks for trouble. And this bit, if you crouch under the bridge is a secret room, he welts these things, but a chest appears from above, which is weird.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
What
there's
have you got, pizza.
like a, I don't know. I thought it was a ruby, but it could be a pizza. So now, unfortunately, guess what you need to do?
Go and chat to your parents.
You say, so there's a secret wall, and if you find that and break it, you can use Alfred the Fire Spirit, and you do a race, and you've got to do it under 2 minutes.
Right.
So you start to learn how to control the spirit with his fireball direction. I could never do that bit, so I'm going to go back and see what time I get. So though this is a random Andy, I'm going to challenge you two to try and get to that bit, see what you make of the first two bosses, and then see if you can do the race and see what time you get.
Okay.
And I'm thinking we'll make it interesting, that I will think of some sort of prize or trophy for whoever can get that far and get the fastest time.
Fair enough.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
You might have to show me where that challenge is. Or is it obvious within gameplay?
Obvious enough. Oh, I'm just about to fire an hour off. Pretty cool. Right.
Well,
so
I suppose what's left to say is let the challenge begin.
Yes.